It was an absolutely nutty Sunday in Week 3 of the NFL, and I'm here with Eric at home to break it all down. And Eric, we saw 3 teams get their first loss today, and none of them looked good in those games.
Yeah, I thought it was stunning that the Vikings were able to beat the 49ers at their own game, a physical run game. The best defensive performances this team has probably had since beating Michael Vick and the Eagles in Philadelphia a couple of years ago in Leslie Frazier's interim period. So you look at that game, and then you look at the Cardinals just whipping up on the Eagles. And another case of a team physically dominating them at the line of scrimmage, harassing Michael Vick in the pocket, outside the pocket, making key plays on defense. Ray Horton has to be one of the assistant coaches of the year to this point. And speaking of defense, Kevin, I think we have to reconsider this Falcons defense. Came into this season with some questions. 2 straight great performances in 6 days. They go out to San Diego. They shut down Phillip Rivers in that passing game. An outstanding performance. The offense wasn't bad either. Matt Ryan might be one of the leading MVP candidates at this point.
Yeah, who can figure out the AFC West? The Broncos and Chargers lose. The Raiders and Chiefs get some pretty big wins, upset wins for them. The other story on Sunday, a lot of big injuries, and the most important one, Jets cornerback Darrelle Revis. It might be an ACL, just a killer for a Jets team that really was lucky to get out of South Florida with a victory. And Eric, the Broncos have some worries with Willis McGahee as well.
Yeah, not as big as injury, obviously, as Revis, but they did have a rib injury. They've got to develop more depth in that running back position. Moreno was inactive on Sunday. It's just one of those positions they're a little thin at. Luckily, another running back, C.J. Spiller. Tell us what you know about him.
Yeah, Spiller looked really bad when he went down on his left shoulder, and he was the leading rusher in the NFL heading into this game. He goes down, but it looks like it's only going to be 1 to 2 weeks, and the Bills might get Fred Jackson back. A scary injury in Oakland. Darius Heyward-Bey got just clocked. Went out on a stretcher, but he did put up the thumbs up.
Obviously, great news. We saw him give that thumbs up. We're waiting for further results and to find out, obviously, that he's in good shape. We hope to hear that information soon. Kevin Reggie Bush, another one of the leading rushers in the NFL, along with Spiller. He went down with a knee injury. Thoughts on that one?
Yeah, it didn't look too bad, and he was standing on the sideline. We'll find out probably more tomorrow. The Dolphins do have some depth. Daniel Thomas, Lamar Miller, they ran the ball well, but Reggie Bush, extremely key to that offense. And speaking of guys important to their offense, Matthew Stafford for the Lions, he gets a leg injury. The Lions come back in a crazy game. They're not able to win, but that's a team. They need Stafford to be fully healthy.
Kidding me? Sean Hill, one of the best backups in the league. He was outstanding in this game. Hail Mary pass there at the end of regulation. But yeah, it sounds like a leg injury. Schwartz called it a muscle, so it doesn't sound like too serious as long as nothing is torn. We'll find out with the MRI coming up in the next couple days.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of interesting press conferences on Monday when these head coaches get the MRI results and talk about these big injuries. And to find out more about that Lions-Titans game, just an absolutely wild game that went into overtime, be sure to check out Shorts and Shells on our YouTube page, youtube.com/ProFootballWeekly.